can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. So today's video is another episode of my Vlogmas series here on my channel where I'm posting Christmas related content with some cleaning motivation in between every other day leading up to Christmas because I love Christmas. Like, I am obsessed with Christmas is probably the best way to put it. I watch Christmas movies all the time throughout most of November and December. I like listening to Christmas music. I have it on in the car. I like all the decorations. Every year I say I'm not going to get more decorations, and I kind of do because I kind of love it. So every year it's the same dilemma. Is my husband and I always laugh because we're trying to find room to store all this stuff. But I just love it so much that we literally have all the shelves in our garage on the top shelves are all Christmas. But you know what? There could be worse things in the world. So I just absolutely love everything about the holiday. So I'm really excited today to share with you guys 3 holiday baking recipes I like to do. I'll include a link to all of them in the description box below. And also, if you've missed some of the other episodes of my Vlogmas series here on my channel, I will include a link to that playlist in my description box below so you can catch yourself up. But the 3 recipes I'm going to be focusing on today is a gingerbread house from scratch, sugar cookies, which my son calls Christmas cookies, and shortbread cookies. Now, the shortbread cookies and gingerbread house and sugar cookies are all things when I hear about those, I think of Christmas, because as a kid, Mom made sugar cookies and shortbread cookies and we decorate gingerbread houses. So to me, that just gives me the warm fuzzies and reminds me of all the fun times over the holidays. So I'm really excited to share these with you. I made the gingerbread house last year for the first time. Turned out really well, so I'm making it again this year, and most likely we'll end up making a second one closer to Christmas as well, because why not? And then I want to be making some icing and stuff as well to go with the cookies, because my kids then want to decorate the cookies with some icing and sprinkles and have a little fun with that. So if you do enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as that does help my channel a lot. And typically on my channel, aside from Vlogmas, you'll see lots of cleaning, organization, and decluttering motivation, as well as some baking, some cooking, and some pack and prep for vacations. So if you do enjoy this video, as well as the Vlogmas series and the other content you see here on my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining my YouTube family. So if you hit that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you miss any future videos from me, I appreciate the support more than you know. And those who have returned to my channel and are a return subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again and checking out my channel and being a subscriber, because I appreciate every single one of you so much. So before I get started, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite thing that you like to bake around the holidays? What is something that maybe is traditional that you've baked every year, or something that you started baking with your kids? Let me know in the comments below. I always love interacting with you guys in the comments and love hearing about what other people like to bake around the holidays. So I'm going to get right into this because I have 3 recipes to do, and I'm trying to get these all done while my older 2 are at school, because #mom life. You got to take advantage of the small opportunities you have when you have less chaos around the house. Okay, so first for the gingerbread house, this is what I need for it. I need the flour, the brown sugar, salt. I'm using margarine instead of softened butter, a couple eggs, some cinnamon, some ginger, some molasses, and baking powder. This is what I need to make the actual gingerbread house structure. So the icing has egg whites and icing sugar, so I'll be sure to make that later. But I want to quickly show you the templates I have here. So on the site it had a place to print out some templates. So I just print out these templates on cardstock. So these are the papers that I typically use for making birthday cards or Christmas cards and stuff. So it's a bit harder than like construction paper, but it's not as hard as like cardboard. So this is what I just used because I already had some in the house. So I need to trace these twice for the front and the back, and then this is the roof, which I'll do twice, the sides of the house, which I'll do twice. And then this is for the chimney. So this cutout is angled, as you can see, from the roof. So I do 2 of these, and then I do 1 of these for the front of the side of the chimney. So these are the templates that I used last year. So I'll use them again this year because there's no point in printing them again. So I just put these aside in my pantry to do again this year, but this is the template. So pretty straightforward. It gives you the dimensions, so it's not an overly huge house, but honestly, it was perfect. And then what I'll do is I'll take some cardboard, cut it out, wrap in aluminum foil to put the structure onto, so it has a surface that we can easily move it around from the table to the counter and stuff like that as I decorate it. The first thing I do for the gingerbread house is I whisk together all the dry ingredients. And then in the mixer, I beat the butter and brown sugar.
That lead me straight to you. And though this long December night, only you can pull me.
Next, I beat in the eggs, the molasses, and the water.
Nothing wrong with cheers and carols. Oh, nothing wrong with sleigh bells.
Once that's well mixed, then I add the dry ingredients. I do a little bit at a time because otherwise I find that it just makes too much of a mess.
I'll be home for you.
Once it's well blended, then I divide it into two, wrap it in saran, and put it in the fridge. It's recommended to chill for a couple hours, but they said for best results to leave it in overnight. Once the dough is chilled, I put some parchment paper with a bit of flour on it on the counter, and then I roll out the dough. I find because it's a bit hard, I have to put a bit of pressure on the rolling pin to roll it out, and then I start cutting out all the different shapes and putting them onto a cookie sheet.
Wish you were here. I'll be home for you. Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down.
I then put in the oven at 350 for 11 to 15 minutes for the large pieces and 6 to 8 minutes for the smaller pieces. With the extra dough, I made gingerbread men for the kids to decorate.
Hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door. Lovely songs we all heard before. As they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're
For the royal icing, you're going to beat egg whites and the powdered sugar, and then once you do that, you're going to add the rest of the powdered sugar in until you get stiff peaks.
while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skate.
Next, it's time to assemble the gingerbread house. In this case, I used a cookie sheet wrapped in tin foil as the base, but sometimes I use cardboard. You just need a hard surface. I've also used a cutting board before that I've wrapped in tin foil.
Singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before. As they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day.
The kids all had lots of fun decorating the gingerbread men and the house, and they also enjoyed snacking on the candy as well. Okay, so next I'm going to make the shortbread cookies. So what you need is icing sugar, butter, I just use margarine blocks, cornstarch, and flour. So this is all you need, just 4 ingredients. It's quite simple. So now I'll take you through making those. This cookie press is what I use to make the different shape for the shortbread cookies. So as you can see here on the side, there's lots of different options for shapes. So some of the ones I'll use is, for example, this one I'll use. I might use this one or this one. And then from this side, I might use this top one or this one. There's the Christmas tree. This is another one that I often use. So I just kind of pick a few of these for the shortbread, and then you just press them onto a cookie sheet and bake them. So it's really easy to use. So this is what we use for the shortbread. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cream the butter and the icing sugar. You'll then add the flour and the cornstarch.
When I think about the time when I was young, all I see is snow, bells and mistletoes. All December I stay home and pick my brain, just to find a way to make it Christmas Day.
Once the dough is all mixed, I then use the cookie press to put the cookie dough onto the cookie sheet.
Stay with me all day. Christmas time is full of wonder. Friends can
You then put the cookies in the oven at 300 for 30 minutes.
dreams come true in blaze and glory. There's no room for faithful stories. Now my days are filled with emptiness and strain. No more bells or snow. No time to let love grow.
So for the sugar cookies, you need vanilla, milk. I'm just using skim milk because that's all I have right now. Baking powder, egg yolk. So I'm actually going to take the egg whites from those eggs and use them for the icing for the gingerbread house. And then you need some butter, but I just have the margarine blocks here, some salt, some flour, and some sugar. So that's all you need for the sugar cookies. So all this stuff is stuff that I already have in my house. You don't need anything else special, but that's what I'll need for the sugar cookies. And I'm doing a double batch. You'll just simply put all the ingredients into the mixing bowl and mix them all together until they're well blended together.
It's a time to come together, rejoice the spirit in our hearts. And when it comes to me and you, I don't ever want to be apart.
Once it's all mixed together, you'll then cover the bowl and refrigerate it for 1 to 3 hours. Once it's been chilled, then I just put a little bit of flour onto my rolling pin and onto the counter, and I roll out the dough and use my different cookie cutters to cut the shapes and put them onto a cookie sheet.
There's no room for painful stories. Ooh, yeah.
You put them in the oven at 375 for about 7 to 8 minutes. For the icing, you will beat all the ingredients together. Once the icing's all mixed together, I divide up into 3 different bowls so I can have one that's white and then 2 other colors, and then you just add whatever color you want to use to make the color. My older 2 had a ton of fun putting icing and sprinkles on their cookies, but they very clearly have 2 different decorating styles. So that's it for today's video. This is what our gingerbread house turned out to look like, which I think it looks great. It's nice and colorful and the kids had fun. The shortbread cookies were really good as well, and the sugar cookies, the kids had a blast decorating. I did put some cookies aside for our family to drop off because I typically bake with my mom, but of course this year, because of everything going on, I can't. So I'm happy to share the love with some of our family. So I hope today's video gave you some ideas of things you can bake for the holidays or things you can bake and do with your kids that get them involved and get them to be creative. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you do enjoy this video, as well as other videos here on my Vlogmas series or what you see here on my channel, which is a lot of organizing, decluttering and cleaning motivation, then please consider subscribing and joining my YouTube family. So don't forget that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you miss any future videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have missed other previous episodes of my Vlogmas series, I have a link to the playlist in my description box below so you can catch yourself up. But I hope you have a great day and you're having a happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
There's love.